When you try to get Reznov, tell me how many times this happens to you. Let me tell you about him. I don't give a shit. What? It didn't even count! Did you see that? But there's an alternative way to get Reznov much easier than using a sniper rifle and relying on pure luck and if he has armor and all of those things. No, what we're talking about today is the rocket launcher. That is our friend, the Jhon Salvo will be our friend for today. And you're probably asking me, why on earth does the title have easiest in quotations? Well, it actually is rather simple. The only thing that is not so easy about it is the pure luck. So the hardest thing most likely is to find the Jhon Salvo itself, because there are set locations where it does and do not spawn. But they always spawn where guns typically spawn, and it's completely random. I like to take a specific path down from raid, to the gas station sometimes, or if there's people in there, I'll skip it down. If I don't have a good enough weapon, I'll go for a blue house afterwards, and then I'll try going for this middle house, and none of them have it. Then I'll just try to use a sniper rifle kill if I can find one. But your best bet is to take a Jhon Salvo and blow up a helicopter that's far away. Now, make sure the helicopter is if it faces you, it's a one-hit kill. But if it faces away, make sure it's far enough away. For instance, the place where you just saw me on the hill at the very beginning clip, that was about 191 meters at the very end. So if you had someone all the way down that dirt road, it would definitely count. So the Jhon Salvo is the way to get Reznov. Now, of course, the stars will have to align in your favor. You will have to find the hat, make sure it spawns, and you're the first one to get there. You will have to make sure that you have the Jhon Salvo, and of course you have to make sure somebody has a helicopter. I advise that with the wood spawning being a little bit more frequent along with a few others, since you have to fly a helicopter for it, chances are you should look over at the woods location, just know where it is at all times. It's that little campsite it's almost the center of the map, a little north of firing range. There should be a helicopter that goes around there. But you have to rely that the helicopter spawns, and you have to rely that the Jhon Salvo's there. I mean, it's just like getting an outlaw, really. The luck's supposed to be in your favor. You actually get rocket launchers and rockets more often than you do sniper rifles, which is rather crazy. If you're very desperate and you think that there's still a helicopter in the air, supply crates and supply drops can also contain the Jhon Salvo along with quite a bit of ammo for it. So just keep that in mind so you can aim around your Jhon Salvo and try to take down the helicopters. Now, when you think it's a good enough distance away, you can fire, lock onto it. It'll take 2 hits to kill the helicopter. This can work for ATVs too, though if they exit your range, the rocket will stop following it. Just to keep that in mind. But ATVs are a 1-hit kill, trucks are a 2-hit kill, and so are helicopters. I don't know about the Arav yet. I think it's a 2-hit kill as well, but I would have to research on that. Now, once you get that kill, it's all about getting in the top 5. And the top 5 is it's not as easy as it seems, or top 3 for duos. You really will have to camp it out if you're not confident in the weapons you have, because you have to remember you just discarded, let's just assume you got that rocket launcher kill. You have to discard that rocket launcher now, because there's no way you're going to be killing somebody alone for no reason with a rocket launcher. You'd rather use a bullet weapon, and that's why you should really camp it out at the end. Now, if you do manage to get it by rushing, by all means, I applaud you. But I've gotten the hat, and I've rarely gotten the kill, but when I do, I never get it in solos until as of recent, with the help of my friend Jhon. His channel will be in the description below, and if you get in the top 5 and you've gotten that rocket launcher kill, you can basically pray to God, because the stars have aligned in your favor and you got Reznov just like that. Now, of course, relying on luck, a few key points I'd like to point out when it comes to getting the hat. There are 3 locations on the map where you can get the hat, and I advise not going to one. And the 3 locations are Asylum, which I do not advise going toward, and the other 2 locations are at Estates. Now, the Ushanka hat does spawn on the red penis-looking thing, the statue, and it also spawns on any one of the 3 tiers on the fountain between Stronghold and Raid, respectively. It's that road in the middle. So crawling up that fountain is a big risk. That's why I always try to land at the red statue. So please go for the red statue. If worse comes to worse, find a gun, rush your way over there before someone escapes on the conveniently placed ATV, and they'll try to hightail out of there. So that's your biggest tip, is to go for the red penis looking thing. I don't know what to call it, some kind of monument. And if you do that, you get a Jhon Salvo, you take out a helicopter, and you just camp it out. I know I make it sound so easily. I spent 53 hours trying to get Reznov, but after I got him, I'm like, there's no more character items. I mean, I've literally gotten Reznov as I was just about to get Battle Hardened. I'm still a few merits away from Battle Hardened, like I think 50 or so. And it took me that long to get it, but it's worth it in the end. Of course, I don't even play as him anymore, but that's basically how to get Reznov. So if you guys have any tips or want any help with it, I'll be stressed to help. But I mean, I'll try to help as much as I can. Of course, this game all comes down to luck in the first place for sniper rifles or these Helion salvos. But if you do find one, ATVs and helicopters are your best bet. So that being said, guys, I'm Cyblocks. I'm signing out.
Good team, Mason. Good. As you wish. Da. You deserve no mercy. I like the rat you are. Burn in hell. Close formation. Move as one. Assist me, now. I need help. Excellent. Good work, my friend. I found something. There are supplies here.